Hello. This one's gonna be a little bit iffy on the editing. My editing already consists of chopping the end off and chopping the beginning off, and I broke my tripod, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, today's rant is going to be on technically Germany and Canada, but mostly Canada. I went to Canada this week. It was fantastic. It was a great time with friends. I got to spend time with my best friend and my other best friend, and considering the fact that my main guy died, it's a nice alternative. But we went up to Toronto and we had a great ass time. Like, we spent the vast majority of our time just exploring the city, and like in that we got a whole bunch of other adventures. Like, my buddy Mark, when we went to an MGK concert, got injured. He got his leg injured, so he was out of the count for 3 days. So he's in the Airbnb for 3 days. Meanwhile, we're doing our adventure. And like the day before he retired, like that night of the concert, like I stopped a robber. Like we went to a random ass pizza place, and some homeless dude decided he wanted to take the tips, and I decided the tips are the only thing he can take that will actually count against these employees. So before my friends, I stood up, got out there, got outside, took him down, and returned the coins. But I mean, yeah, that was a small part. Like, the initial part of like getting there was a nightmare. I arrived with no phone and not a dollar in my pocket, and it took probably 27 hours, but I managed to get a hold of my friends and we linked up and we did our trip. I had to live the whole trip like it was 1993. I had no phone. But yeah, ultimately I think the only things I really missed were like some cool photo opportunities. Everything else was just hanging out with some of the people on the planet I love most, and it was just good. It's nice to hang out with people you haven't been with for a while, and if you've been away from them for a while, absence makes the heart grow fonder. It just does, in a purely platonic way. Like, these are all friends that I grew up with who like were trying to find wives together, and it's as if I left and not a day has passed. It's like my best friend. My best friend died a couple of years ago, murder. But my other friends have risen above and have come above and beyond to like rise into that role of best friend. And I'm like, on one hand, I don't want to feel like I'm replacing him, but on the other hand, he's irreplaceable. So gotta move on. But yeah, Canada was fantastic. We visited Toronto. That was our city. That was our home base. We hit Niagara from there. We hit everything from there that we hit, which was mostly spots in Toronto. But yeah, Toronto is freaking beautiful. I went there with literally just Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on my head, and I had a bunch of places I needed to visit. I visited one, Casa Loma, the castle that Scott mentions in, I think, issue 1. But yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. And had I had my phone, I would have been able to visit more, but I'll go back. I don't mind going back to Toronto. It was a very gay city. We saw a troop of 50 to 70 men and probably 6 women traveling amongst the city during Pride Month. completely naked. And that I don't want to say it hurt, but it was definitely appalling, or not standoffish, but like it rose my attention. And I mean, after that, we never saw anything so blatant ever again, but I don't know. It was just interesting. Either way, I went to Canada with no dollars and no phone. Found my friends. Managed to be the dude who I am, the dude who they know me as, and managed to be pissy as well, because like you get cabin fever after staying with the same people for a while, and yeah, it is what it is. But I was pissy. Everybody was pissy for a day or two. Anyway, it ultimately it went well. We visited Canada. It was very optimistic. The people there are optimistic. They seem happier or more carefree or more optimistic than Americans right now. And shit's not going our way. It is what it is, but shit's not going our way. Either way, I look forward to going back. My best friend was hell-bent on thinking about the next time he was going to come back, and I'm all with him. It's optimistic, it's nice, it's great, and man, the wildlife. Like, Canada was perfect, Ontario was perfect, Toronto was perfect. I had a great time with great friends, and if it's been a while since you've seen your close friends, go out of your way, do what you gotta do, see it, because it's important. But yeah, I was reminded ultimately of how much my friends love me and how much I love them. And it's a reminder that hits you in the chest, because it's not right up here. It's not up front. It's not a thing you're thinking of, but it's there. And they're there. And they love you. They love me. And despite one's reluctance to ask for help, help is there. Just gotta find it. Just gotta raise the necessary oomph to ask for it. Anyway, I'm out of pot. I'm almost out of tobacco. And I am going to suffer until tomorrow, because then I can go buy more. Stoner problems. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'm here. I'm listening. And this is a community. I just like to keep it topical. Anyway, much love, and I will rant soon. Peace out.